In this instruction video we'll show you how to hang the SmartX liner on a finished wall, both on continuous surfaces and inside and outside corners. Before you start, you must have sanded the wallboards in the way shown in the previous video. This is what you'll need: SmartX liner and adhesive. The tools you'll need are standard wallpapering tools. Before you begin, the wall must be vacuumed. Any pieces of fluff on the surface may cause visible irregularities in the finished surface. Be careful to remove all sanding dust that is collected in nail and screw holes. It's important to make sure the surface is completely level before hanging the liner. Check this by shining a light on it at a low angle. The first step of the process is to measure and mark the plumb line for the first strip. It's a good idea to start at a door or corner. Depending on your starting point, make sure that you take into account the extra liner that is needed at the corners and molding. Then, apply adhesive corresponding to the width of 1 to 2 strips to the surface. It's important to apply the right amount of adhesive, which means you can just about write in it with your finger without getting too much adhesive on it. It's also important to make sure that the surface is free of particles and impurities. If you get fluff on the roller or in the adhesive, the surface needs to be carefully vacuumed.
Then, hang the first strip and remove any air pockets using a wallpaper smoother with a plastic blade.
Around molding, cut the excess liner like this. In order to make it easier to cut the excess liner when in a corner, use a pair of scissors and make a cut into the center of the corner. Apply adhesive for another 1 to 2 strips and make sure it hasn't dried anywhere. It's important that the seams are closed and that there is no overlap. Sponge the seams with a cellulose sponge and clean water. This is how you hang the SmartX liner in an inside corner. Apply adhesive all the way into the corner and a few centimeters onto the opposite wall. Hang the strip and press it firmly into the corner. Measure the distance from the corner to where the next seam will be and make a new plumb line. Apply adhesive on the next wall all the way into the corner and on top of the previous strip. Hang the next strip all the way into the corner with an overlap on the part of the previous strip that goes past the corner. The end result will look like this. This is how you hang the SmartX liner on an outside corner. Apply adhesive all the way to the corner and a few centimeters into the opposite wall. Hang the strip and fold it around the corner. Cut the strip roughly 1.5 centimeters into the next wall. Measure from approximately 3 mm past the corner to where the next seam will be and make a new plumb line. Apply adhesive to the next wall all the way to the corner and on top of the previous strip. Hang the next strip 1 to 2 mm from the corner with an overlap on the part of the previous strip that goes past the corner. The end result will look like this. Your SmartX interior wall is now finished.